car.
Yeah.
We did the ride share, but me and a coworker did it together. We didn't just go out there and get in a Lyft alone. We did it together, and we actually had a great Lyft driver. And fortunately, that Lyft driver we had, he stuck around and came back and got us. So we didn't have to get a different person.
That was nice.
So, and it was very nice of him because he didn't have to do that. No. But he did that for us, and that was because he was very pleasant, and he was just a young man trying to make some extra money. So we were fortunate in that sense that we got a good driver who was very vigilant, and we were in, like I said, downtown LA.
Wow.
That's not downtown Memphis. That's downtown LA.
No.
So, and neither one of us were
I just
familiar
experienced
with that
for the first time recently, so I understand.
Yeah. So it's the ride share is not such a bad thing, but
it's not a terrible
try to
thing. But be
vigilant and don't. I would advise you not to do it alone, and definitely not to put your kids in it.
Right. Not unattended. And that
because I saw that article a while ago where they were saying they were trying to do the Uber.
They're trying to do Uber for kids.
No,
I'm not happy about that. I'm sure there are a lot of people that need it.
That's concerning.
I'm so nervous about that.
That's concerning, and I hope they do away with that idea. That's very concerning.
Especially in light of everything
underage child in an Uber with a stranger. No, I would leave work and just risk getting in trouble to go get my kid. I wouldn't do that. So
go back. We need to start back carpooling. We need to start. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of parents. There are, just like us, a lot of parents that work and cannot be there. It's a lot of parents who always pick up their kids.
Right.
Get to know those parents.
Right.
Even if you can't in turns take turns and say, well, you do it this week and I do it next week. Say, well, you do it this week and next week I'll pay you this much, or we can take turns paying for gas or whatever.
Yeah.
Work something out with the people that you know.
One thing I do with my son, I definitely, and he's 10th grade. All the kids he roll with, hang with, do anything with, I have their numbers and their parents'
Absolutely.
numbers. Some of them mom and dad's numbers. But
know everyone.
I know them. I call them. We have a conversation. We meet in person. We talk. We don't do that whole I don't know who you're with deal. We don't do that. I don't know the parents. If I don't know the parents, no, you can't go.
Right.
So we do try to be vigilant of who we send our son with, and I've even texted numbers to his dad, like, hey, this is where he is, this is who he's with.
Right. See, well, my thing is when my children, I've done it with my sisters. If they're going on a date for the first time with someone I've never met, I have my sisters, my daughter, text me this person's information, their name and phone number. Now, go back and send me a picture of his car and his tag.
Oh, I do that with friends. I've done that with my friends.
We don't hang out with new people without you being in our phone one way or another. You may not know you in my mother's phone, but guess what? She has your information. My daughter, when she goes out of town, I don't care who you staying with. I don't care who that person is. Text me the address right now. Yeah. Because you need to know where your people are, man. You need to care.
I mean, I've actually had a friend to follow me to a restaurant where I was meeting somebody, and he didn't know that she was with me. And I told her he was pulling up. That's the car he's in. She took a picture of him. She took a picture of his truck. She took a picture of those tags.
There you go.
And she sat there until I gave her the green light that I was okay.
Exactly.
So
I saw a really good post recently for the Uber and the Lyft. And it says to make sure as you're getting in the car, if you absolutely have to ride in that car alone, make sure as you're getting in that you check to see if the child locks are on. And I thought that was a really great post.
It was, because that's something I had never thought about.
That's something I never thought about.
That's a very
check the child locks.
That's a very good post.
Right.
I saw that and I was like, because you don't think about these things, and it's sad that we have to think about these things, but these are things you have to pay attention to now. And I'm gonna be honest with me, and I'm not trying to promote any religious standpoint, but for me, being a Christian, before I ever got into anybody's Uber, when I requested my Uber, I said my prayers.
Right.
And I put God's anointing on that thing, because if he sent me if the wrong person came to my house and I didn't get a good feeling about it, I was like, you know what? You can go ahead. I'll take that $5 cancellation charge. Go ahead.
Right.
It's just everything you have to, for me, like I said, from my spiritual beliefs, I have to put God into everything, and I need that discernment because I don't know these people. You talk about a complete stranger coming to your house to pick you up.
Right.
So I've had to pray about that thing and be like, God, if this person is somebody I don't need to be riding with, I need you to show me that right now before they even get to my house. Yeah. So fortunately, like I said, I've had some great Uber drivers actually.
Right.
And I haven't had a reason to feel afraid. But you definitely have to start being more vigilant, start paying attention to everything. I've ordered me some more mace.
Yeah. Put the phones down until you are safe inside your vehicle. If you're walking from the mall door to your car,
absolutely,
you should not be like this the whole time you are walking.
I keep a crossbody bag, and I keep a crossbody bag, and I put my phones before I walk out of the work door. I put my phones in my bag. I put that bag across my body. I zip it. I have my keys in my hand, and I'm beelining to the car. I don't have anything out in my hand. As soon as I get in that car, I'm locking my doors. Like I don't be like, and I crank it right on up because guess what? That car is a weapon. And if somebody roll up on me, guess what? It's your toes, brother man. It's your toes.
Right.
So, and you're right, Lawrence. Those phones do keep people distracted, and you have to remember to put that phone down. I mean, whatever's in that phone will be there when you get to where you're going.
Right.
Put the phone down. Like, I don't even hold it in my hand to say, well, I may need to call somebody. No, I put that phone down, I make my beeline, I get in my car.
My grandmother taught us, you walked to the car with your keys in your hand, and you held them a certain way until you got inside that car.
Absolutely.
If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with those keys, you shouldn't have time to be scrolling on a phone. You need to put the phone down. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You need to get in the car and lock the doors. You need to be trying to walk in groups. Try to do what you can in the daytime. It helps. It's not a cure-all, but it does help.
It helps. It helps take away some of these distractions.
Absolutely.
One thing I will say, I love my car. I had to buy a new car last year, and my car is the keyless. A lot of the cars like now it's the keyless. It's that key fob. It's the little fob. You don't have a key anymore.
Right.
So I don't have to stick a key into the door or the ignition to crank it. So the bonus to that, because I know a lot of people are old school, they don't really like those things. But for me, the major bonus is I can actually stick my keys in my purse or in my pocket. And I don't have to fiddle with keys trying to get in my car because I have that button on my door. Now, that button don't open my door unless my keys are right there. Okay. So I push that button, open my door, jump in that car, crank it up, and lock my doors. I don't have to fiddle with keys. That's the plus side to that. Because when you are nervous and you are running, trying to fiddle with a key in ignition can slow you down. So I think whoever came up with that was genius.
Right.
I think they were genius. And I keep up my keys pretty good. And the cool part about that, like I said, I don't have to fiddle. I don't have to get distracted. So I can throw my keys. I can throw my phones, everything in my purse, zip that purse up and keep on rolling. And I put that purse under my arm. Like, I don't just have it hanging off and flying. I have it under my arm. I have a grip on it and I'm gone.
Yeah.
So
here's something that I had to have changed on my truck. And if you're a woman who you tend to drive alone a lot, you don't have people with you very often, you might want to have this adjusted on your vehicle as well. When I would unlock my driver door, it would automatically unlock all the doors. That's a system setting that you need to have someone adjust for you. I couldn't stand it because it always made me nervous. Somebody was going to grab that other door while I was trying to get in. So I had someone to adjust it to where when I hit unlock, nothing needs to unlock but the driver door. If I want the rest unlocked, I had to hit that button again. So look into that and have that adjusted.
And so that's how mine work. When I push that button on my door, I push it one time, it's going to unlock one.
Right. I don't want everything unlocked.
I push it twice, then it'll unlock all of them. Right. So that's a good point. You do have to definitely pay attention to that. And I see where Ken was saying she was reading about people, watch for people who appear to have car trouble.
Right.
Before all of this, y'all, I didn't pull over for nobody anyway. I'm just going to be honest. I would say a prayer for them, and I would keep on moving. Y'all, I don't stop for nobody.
Right.
Like, especially when I'm driving alone. We ain't doing that. And when I'm with myself, if I'm having car problems, I don't expect anybody to stop for me.
Right.
I call somebody I know. I call roadside assistance. And I get in that car and lock my doors. So I don't stop for people. Do not stop for people. You don't feel bad if you don't. Say a prayer for those people. Do whatever it is, a Hail Mary, whatever it is you believe in.
Or feel free to dial a non-emergency police
and call
line
somebody.
And call and say, hey, this person was at this street and that street, and their car is stopped on the side of the road. Let the police go out and check it out.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, that was a good point, Kim. Unfortunately, that's an old tactic being reinvented because I remember they used to do that a really long time ago. And or maybe have someone come screaming and asking for help, or maybe a small child that's saying that they're lost and this child guides you somewhere. You have to pay attention to all these things now.
I just call people. I I don't try to get out and put on a cape and save nobody. I call people because I'm very leery of things like that myself. Like I said, I say a prayer and I keep on moving. I don't, the whole approaching my car and stopping for people.
Yeah.
We don't do that. And ladies, with the gas thing, I try to make sure I fill up either in the mornings, because usually gas stations are very busy in the morning. So I try to fill up in the morning.
Yeah.
Or I do it after work. I do it before dark because it's, unless I absolutely have to, and then I'll take my son with me or another guy that I may know. But
I'll call and have someone meet me at the gas station. I know that sounds kind of prissy, but I've done it often.
It's not.
I don't care for gas stations. I've never cared for them. I don't.
Exactly. So I try to make sure I fill up. I try to make sure I fill up in the morning. Like I said, if I need gas and my car tell me, another perk of having a new car, I switch that screen up. That car tell me this is how far you got to go on this gas light.
Right.
So I know I may have 10 miles to go, so I can make it to a gas station in the morning. So you know what? That gas light come on at night when I'm coming home, it's gonna be on till in the morning.
Yeah.
And that's that. I don't play those games with the gas stations at night, especially late at night, because most of them look deserted, but you always got somebody lurking. So I try to stay away from doing that at nighttime, and I also try to stay away from doing the grocery shopping at nighttime. I live not far from the Sanderland Kroger, and there have been like a few people to be attacked, older people nonetheless, but people have been attacked, and that's supposed to be one of the nicer Krogers. But at the end of the day, we're still in the city of Memphis. We're still in 2019,
right?
And I was out there one Sunday, and I saw it was two black girls, and they were just walking around. I was wondering what they were doing, but they were going to people's cars. I don't know if they were asking for money. I don't know what they were doing, but I didn't trust it. I didn't get out of my car, and I sat there and I watched them, and I kept my car and drive because I always back my car in. I have a habit of backing my car in, and
not used to. I need to start back doing that.
Plies say women that do that are crazy.
I need to start back doing it.
I have a habit. I don't back it in at home, but everywhere else I go, I back my car in.
It's a great thing, a great habit to have. Right.
And so I was watching them. I had my car and drive. But they never did approach my car. So when I hurry up, I was on the phone with a friend. So I got off the phone with her. Well, no, actually I had on my Bluetooth. So I stayed on the phone with her. I had my purse on. I got the car. And I beeline to the store. To the store. I have a handicap placard. So I beeline to the store and told the security guard immediately. Look, you got somebody out here walking around. You got somebody walking around on this lot, walking up to people's cars. Like, I don't care what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. But you can't be walking up to people's cars. Like, that's not... They don't make people feel safe. Yeah. And I would never feel comfortable with that. I don't know you, so don't walk up to me. Don't do that. So I told somebody, if I see suspicious stuff, I'm looking for security.
Yeah,
I'm looking for security immediately. And if you feel like somebody's following you, ladies, don't go home.
Don't go home. Please,
anybody, don't go home. Find out we ain't far from a precinct wherever we are in the city.
Right.
I'm big on that. I will take you right on to the police precinct. Come on, let's go.
Right.
So if somebody's following you, don't take them on a wild goose chase. Take them around to the precinct. Yeah. Take them, because they're going to try to follow you as much as possible until you do some old Dukes of Hazzard type stuff and
dial the non-emergency line and let them know you're on your way. Right. They may have a car meet you. They may have a car pull up behind you while you're in traffic. Let somebody know what's going on. Don't try to deal with the situation yourself. That's where a lot of people are getting in trouble. Ronisha, you brought up a really great point that I've been paying attention to. I was trying to dig up some more information on that as well, as far as a lot of African American, our children are being labeled as runaways as opposed to being kidnapped or trafficked. So a lot of times that we're being mislabeled.
Yeah, we don't get that Amber Alert.
You're not getting that Amber Alert for a runaway. So and that's a really great point to bring up. But if you know your child, you know your child. My child doesn't have a history of running away, no history of this or that, no defiance. So it's unlike her. She would not just get up and run away. This is not okay. Stress it. Push the issue so that someone understands this is not a normal runaway situation.
And just because they ran away doesn't mean they're not endangered.
Absolutely.
I mean, because the traffickers will take a runaway as well.
Well, you want to aim for those people who won't be missed as quickly.
Exactly.
So you're going to aim for the street
those
walkers that's working the street. You're going to aim for those runaways because, okay, you ran away a couple times and your mama not expecting you home tonight. That gives me enough time to get your little tail across state line before they come looking for me. Mm-hmm. That's why we need to maintain contact, maintain communication with our